Honestly, I never thought that I would join the Army. I never saw myself in the Army. Never saw myself in the military. You know, while I was in high school and college, the only thing on my mind was basketball and sports and going to the NBA, or going overseas, playing ball professionally. That's pretty much all I was thinking about, and the only thing that was on my mind. It wasn't until after my junior year of college in Plattsburgh that I started to reconsider and have thoughts of joining the military solely because of to have a way to pay for school. That was my main reasoning. That was my main reason, and the only reason really for me to join the military was to have a way to pay for school. And so after I left Plattsburgh and I started working, I kind of started to drift closer and closer to that possibility of and decision, of joining the Army. So eventually I did. Eventually I ended up enlisting in North Carolina, and I went to train at boot camp in Fort Benning, Georgia, and then I ended up at Fort Leonard Wood for AIT. And the whole process in itself of joining the military was stressful enough. Just the process of joining, just the process of enlisting, the process of actually passing all these tests and all these evaluations and all this paperwork, and having to go through MEPS, having to take the ASVAB, having to get all these vaccines during processing once you're actually in boot camp. I heard that they're not even doing shark attacks anymore. Shark attack is where, you first get to boot camp and you got all your bags, and the drill sergeants just come raging onto the bus, going crazy, yelling, screaming, getting everybody off the bus, and you gotta hold your bags. And I heard they're not even doing that anymore, which is interesting. But anyway, it's very Fort Benning in itself was interesting. The time that I went through there, it was it was an all male training area. Fort Benning was an all male soldier base. I think it's co-ed now, and some areas I think it's co-ed now, but I'm not sure what year they changed that and changed over. But it was all male soldiers when I went there, and being that Fort Benning is an infantry unit, it's an infantry base, we had a lot of Rangers coming through there, a lot of cavalry and infantry dudes, guys that really been through some stuff, and seen some stuff and experienced some stuff. But like I said, Fort Benning in itself was a very interesting experience. Southern Georgia, And just the processing the first couple of weeks in itself was so stressing. And mine, it really made you learn yourself and question how much you really wanted to do that and how much you really wanted to be there. You know, there was no sleep and no any type of rest really. You know, just a lot of standing around, a lot of waiting. Like I said, staying awake was a struggle in itself. And having to get all of our equipment and all of our supplies, all of our uniforms, meeting all these new people all at once. It was almost like jail or something. Dealing with, racist and prejudice drill sergeants and administration. I tell you what, the nicest people were the lunch ladies, yo. Shout out to the Fort Benning lunch lady crew, because that's about the only people that was treating you like a human being, I guess, regardless of the color of your skin. I never had to endure or experience anything like that ever since then either. Like I said, you're deprived of sleep and all you're doing is paperwork, and you're getting poked left and right with this shot, that shot, this shot, that shot, so many vaccines. And even the way that some of the soldier nurses there, who were men as well, even the way that they were giving the vaccines and inserting the vaccines was just so questionable, and just didn't seem professional, didn't seem in any way okay, But processing was interesting, the buildings and the barracks that they kept you in wasn't even your final and initial platoon. You just in a certain place for processing, and then you get sent to your company, you get sent to your platoon, and they go by last name. They just pretty much ordered everything up, by the last name, and that's how they divided everything up and split everything up in everyone. And it was interesting, it was interesting meeting people from all over the world and all over the country, and meeting different, learning about different cultures and different people, but in the process, having to really, really keep your sanity and keep your mind right, and you're away from home, you're missing family, you're thinking about family, loved ones. But if you're thinking about joining the military in a time like now, that would solely be based upon you and your decisions, and but at the same time, if the military is something that you really don't or you're really not sure about, or you're really not you're kind of on the fence about it, I really advise that you talk to someone who's been in. I really advise you do your own research, and I really advise you really look into what it is you would like to do while you're in the military. Don't just be given something, or don't just be told something and go with it. But this is part one of my military journey and experience. I will be talking more and bringing more info and stories through that whole entire process. But this is just processing. This was step one. This is boot camp. This is Fort Benning, and I'll break down in each video and each part, and just how detailed and how interesting it all was. For now, y'all take care. Take it easy. Be well. Peace.